It's possible to think that if you have a publication on the art of Tibet or the art of Tibetan Buddhism, that it also is covering the subject of Tantra and Tantric art. And it's actually not the case. Yes, Vajrayana Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, has aspects of Tantra in it, but so do many other religious traditions in India. So tantric art has to be approached in a different way. You can't just approach tantric art through the lens of Tibetan Buddhism and think that you're getting the full understanding the full scope of tantra. No, but fortunately there are a few good books, very few, but a few good books on the art of tantra, and the book that I particularly like is actually called The Art of Tantra. It's Oxford University Press. I think it's 1973, and it's done by a fellow named Philip Rawson. And this book covers all aspects of Tantra, from small paintings, from sexual art, from Jain, Shakta, Shaiva. It may actually touch on some Vaishnava subjects as well, and it also deals with Buddhist Tantra. So this book is broken down into sections that are very digestible, they're very understandable. It's easy to move through the publication from the beginning to the end. Of course, people like me, we don't tend to do that. We prefer to read the last chapter first and then to work through the book as we please rather than front to back. So, but this book has something of almost everything. If I was going to find fault with it, I think it would be a lack of coverage of Indonesia, of Java, Sumatra, and really South Asian, really deep Southeast Asian tantric culture. So yes, maybe that's missing, but everything else is there, and everything else is there in enough to give you a real sense of what are we talking about with tantric art, or the symbolism, or what is the visual cultural component of Tantra philosophy. That you will find in this book, which you should be able to find in used bookstores. It should be around. This is not one of those out of print, very expensive books. This is a book that has been well published in terms of quantity and availability. So press the like button. You can join HAR on Patreon, and you can also, we would be very happy if you would make a donation to Himalayan Art Resources on the HAR homepage.